Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hi there, I'm Cara Banks with this Golf Central update, and here is how things look at the Kroger Queen City Championship through 3 rounds on the LPGA Tour. Ali Ewing, looking for her 3rd win, takes a 1-stroke advantage into the final day over Maria Fassi, who is trying to emulate her countrywoman Gabby Lopez, who won on tour last week. Fassi looking to break through for the very first time. Meanwhile, over on the DP World Tour, flags, as they are across the country and a lot of the world, are flying at half-mast over at Wentworth Club, where everyone involved in the playing of the BMW PGA Championship today stopped to observe 2 minutes of silence to commemorate Queen Elizabeth II's life, led by CEO Keith Pelley and players alike. Black ribbons were also given to players, caddies and officials to honour the Queen. Luke Donald, of course, the 2-time champion of the BMW PGA Championship in 2011 and 2012. Let's take a look then how the leaderboard looks through 2 rounds now. This has, of course, become a 54-hole shortened event after play was suspended yesterday. Soren Kelsen is looking to become the oldest winner of this championship, aged 47th and ranked outside the top 600 in the world. He's tied on top with Victor Hovland, but just 1 back is Rory McIlroy, who tied his career low round at Wentworth with a 65 today, and he is looking to win in back-to-back worldwide starts for the first time since the summer of 2014, when he won his last major. For an update on the grounds, let's welcome in our Rex Hoggard.
Play resumed early Saturday here at Wentworth following the cancellation of play on Friday to honor Queen Elizabeth II. At 9:50 this morning, officials held a 2-minute moment of silence to also honor the Queen. And for players and fans alike, it was a truly emotional experience.
She was unbelievable, you know what I mean, how she handled everything. I think she was, the people that met us, so grounded, and, people, the advice that she gave to people. So, yeah, it's a little bit emotional out there, to be honest with you, 2 minutes. So, just gathering my thoughts, really. It's been a difficult day, really, but it's a tough day for the country and the Commonwealth, losing their Queen. So I think a lot of people will be still in mourning, but I think the best way we could go out there is try and celebrate and do it as in a respectful way as possible over an 8-decade reign.
I was going to ask you, given what happened on Thursday, what have the last 2 days been like? It's so unprecedented.
Yeah, obviously very unexpected. It's strange, like having a day off, but completely understandable in the circumstances. So, I think it's a lot of time to reflect on, how Elizabeth was over them few years and decades even. So,
I think it was quite a moving moment. Certainly, having some connection to the monarch, the Queen was Australia's head of state, and growing up with the history and knowledge of the royal family, I think it's one of those moments for me that I'll always remember. I was here in the United Kingdom when she passed, and really, a moment's silence isn't enough for her commitment to what she did for all the countries she led.
Very much unprecedented. What has the last 2 days been like for you?
Yeah, a little strange. In some ways, it was hard to get refocused today competing. Couldn't help but get caught up in everything going on with the Queen and the family and the news, and then to kind of switch back on early this morning was a little bit like going through the motions, and then to stop the play and have that, it was quite it was quite a heavy feeling. Not that I was looking around, but it was a heavy feeling this morning on the golf course, and I think, we're all getting on with it now in the right way.
It was a time to kind of reflect, and think about Her Majesty's passing and what it's meant for the country. Obviously, a huge moment in our history. She's played an enormous role in our history. Being the sitting Queen for 70 years. It's quite unfathomable how long she's been there and how dignified and how much unwavering support and duty to our country she's served. And yeah, it was just a time to reflect on that and kind of give thanks to an amazing life.
You had met the Queen. What did she mean to you?
Well, she meant, someone that was selfless, that served her country, that did everything that she was asked of. She, it was always special to meet the Queen. We met in 2004 in Buckingham Palace, and she had a presence about her. She was really very dignified. And I think she garnered the respect of the world, and we kind of saw that, the last day and a half since her passing.
Growing up in Northern Ireland, the royal family was a part of our culture, and you sort of just took it for granted that the Queen was the Queen. You don't really realise that there's going to be kings and queens after that, and I just think she was such a steady figure and a steadying figure for the entire country. She'll be deeply missed, but she was an incredible woman, and I fully expect her life to be celebrated a lot over these next few days.
Saw the email, and it wasn't until I reread it, and then it said plays. I saw the one saying play's been suspended, but then when I reread it, it said there'll be no play on Friday. I thought, wow, that's it's obviously, like you say, it's unprecedented. Something like this has never happened before. And then yesterday just kind of chilled out at home with my wife Jo. Did a few dog walks and basically just listened to the news and listening to all the ex-prime ministers and the current prime minister, Liz Truss, everyone giving speeches at the Houses of Parliament, to show what a great woman Her Majesty the Queen was. It's probably the most amount of TV news I've watched in my life. It was just so unprecedented, watching the King, Charles, in his car, travelling down to Buckingham Palace, seeing the crowds there, and then listening to his, heartfelt speech last evening. It was pretty emotional. And like I said to you before, I was kind of a little bit surprised going ahead and playing, but I mean, whatever they chose, it was a very, very difficult call. It's just, you see all the other sports cancelling. You try and steer clear of social media, but you hear what some people are saying. I found a vast majority of it a little bit disrespectful, saying we should go ahead and play football games and this, that, and the other. I was surprised that we played, but it was kind of nice that we did because we didn't really have much other choice apart from cancelling, and it's such a big event. This is our flagship event. BMW do such a great job with this event, so it was nice to get back out and play. Unfortunately, it didn't go my way today, so I was going to say a weekend off, but it'll be a Sunday off as it's already Saturday. So look forward to a day of rest and then go again next week in Italy.
At 10 a.m., officials in the championship village had all of the televisions turned into the proclamation of King Charles III. It was attended by hundreds of fans who were coming out to the tournament in what was truly a historic moment. Cara?
Yeah, it truly was, Rex, and fascinating actually to hear from a lot of those players. Here's how you can watch things conclude tomorrow. From the BMW PGA Championship, 7 a.m. Eastern, LPGA from 12:30 p.m. and the PGA Tour Champions at 3. We'll see you at 7 p.m. Eastern on Golf Channel.